That's better.
Do you have a Gmail account?
Mhm.
Oh, good. They could do something. But like I said, scroll out if you want, move the pillows around. You don't want them, throw them on the ground.
You want your dog?
Okay, so, do you have any questions? Questions before we begin? Who's the skeptic here?
Boys.
You are?
Yep.
Are you?
He is too.
I've watched
Are you?
that
Yep.
Teresa Caputo.
Oh, yeah, Teresa
Yeah.
Caputo. Teresa is wonderful. Now, I've never met her, but, I know her mentor.
I've watched
How
her
long
like
ago?
sitting in a restaurant and she's like, okay, I'll be back in a minute. I've
Yeah.
got to go talk to this person.
That's what I do, the same thing, same thing. So why are you skeptic about?
I don't believe it's in it.
Oh, then why are you here?
You haven't seen me tell me more than one of one here.
He's like, if she can tell me something that's true, that comes out, then I'll believe in it.
Yeah, he's skeptical.
That's what he says, or that's what you said?
That's what he said.
That's what I
He says.
say.
He's skeptical.
Okay, so for both of you, I'm here to tell you that, I'm not here to wow you. I'm not here to, make you believe. I'm not here to do any of that. I'm just here to help, you find closure. That's what I'm here to do. If you don't believe me, that's okay too. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. Well, let's see what they're gonna do. You can move the pillows around, you can do whatever you want. Take them off if you want. Questions?
Nope.
Nope.
Not yet. Not yet, anyway.
Okay, let me just close my eyes for just a second. I'm just gonna connect with your energies and we'll get started. Is this your dad?
Stepdad.
You have a dad that's passed? Okay. Did he smoke? Reason why I say that, there's a lot of smoke around you. Tragic death I'm seeing, tragic, is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, did something like fall on him? Or was there something with the heart, the lungs, or something like this?
The heart, yeah.
Okay. Like he was warned, like he had been warned many times that, like he needs to stop smoking. Like he needed to stop. Did he drink too? Okay. It's like, did you have like, he's telling me there was like a lot of people that came for his funeral, like out the door and around the corner. He's talking about out on the funeral home or wherever it was. Yeah, I didn't think, he says, I didn't think that people, I knew that I was friendly to people and all, and I had friends and stuff, but I didn't know I was that people would feel that about me. Like, from wherever they came, he said, people came from all over just to pay the respects. And this was really tragic. This was, he's going like this, it's like really, is this like, you need to know he's fine. You need to know that. Were you like younger when he passes? He tells me you were younger. You come to him, he comes to you in sleep at times, is that correct? And sometimes they're vivid dreams, is that correct? He was told many times to stop his habits, many times, and he didn't give a shit. He didn't give a shit. And I don't know why he's not speaking to your mom, but he's like directing me to you. He may come to her later, but right now it's you. Is there a brother in the family? You have a brother?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you have two brothers? Okay. He's just really shocked that, like you just, he never expected this. He never expected you guys to come. He never expected this. But there's something about you wanting this. You've been wanting this for a long time, and so you got everybody together. Okay, coddling. He's going like this. He's going like this. Coddling back and forth. He's going like this. I don't know what this means. Were you a child when you were in a? Is something that, do you have children?
I'm pregnant.
Got it.
She tried to hide it.
He blurted it out.
I'm telling you, they know it all. They know everything that's going on. You got a level head. He said you have a very level head. Like, it's like you have a beautiful, you have a child already?
Just my
This
nephew
is
that
the
I
first
raised.
one?
Yeah.
Okay. What's something about? Okay. You either have 2 children or 3 in your lifetime. Probably 2. You may, I'm not sure, he's telling me, I'm not sure, he says, but you may have a miscarriage. And, that's why because that soul, all of you, we are souls having a human experience. When they're in heaven, their souls having a soul connection. Their souls having a soul connection. And so the reason why not sure, is that soul who hasn't come down yet, hasn't decided. They make many decisions in life of where we're going to be here on this earth plane. over there. They make many, many decisions. So that's why it may be 2 or maybe 3. Level head. You have a very level head. Not to be, not to be, don't mistake silliness for someone who's, don't mistake silliness, I don't know what he's saying here, don't mistake silliness for someone who really means what they're saying to you. They may come off as being very silly in things that they say, but they really have a lot of intention, and there's something, I don't know what that means. Sometimes it doesn't come down the pike right. I'm asking him for clarification. So there's 3 of you, is that correct? You have two brothers and you, is that correct? Or is there another child?
There's no
Is there a sister involved?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there's 4 of you, is that correct? Okay. Very, you also have issues with his brain? No,
I don't think so.
no brain? Okay, someone else is coming through, have issues with the brain. Who had issues with the brain? Who passes from the brain?
It's grandma.
Pardon me?
Grandma.
Grandma?
You're saying a he or she?
I don't know.
She doesn't know, she just knows that somebody that
Just
has
right now,
one.
they're showing me head, like, dementia, Alzheimer's,
Grand
stroke,
Our dad had a hemorrhagic stroke.
pardon me,
Our dad had a hemorrhagic stroke
and passes.
3 months after. And it was right in the center of the brain.
And the right in the center of a
It was
party.
right in the middle of the brain.
Oh, okay. My brain is like pounding right now, is what I'm gonna tell you. Something wrong with his, did he have a tube down his throat? For,
Yeah, but he had to have a feeding tube. He couldn't
yeah,
eat.
he couldn't,
He
yeah,
couldn't
he's,
swallow.
right, that's right.
Yeah.
He's telling me this, he's going like this, I can't swallow, he's telling me he can't swallow.
He was on bypass.
No,
No?
don't tell me anything.
Okay.
Only reason why is I want him to tell you.
Oh, okay, okay.
So that you know that's him, okay? And maybe he says down, what you said, down the middle of his throat, of his brain, but he's showing me here, showing me different things here.
He had had other strokes before.
Okay. Pain, a lot of pain. He's telling me he couldn't breathe. He had trouble breathing because this was going down. He was telling me that.
Yeah, he couldn't swallow.
He couldn't breathe. He couldn't breathe and he couldn't swallow.
Right.
But the breathing was,
Bad.
did he had some, had Did he have oxygen or something to help him breathe?
iPad.
Oh, BiPAP, okay. He wants you to know that he's fine. He's fine now. He's absolutely fine. He's, did someone have his name? Was a middle name or something with his name? Did one of you have his name? Or did one of you have a
No.
grandson or something, or have his name?
No.
He keeps talking about a name. So if you don't recognize it now, up to 6 months, it'll come to you. You're like, oh, that crazy medium. She was the one who told me this. Yes. And pain in my stomach. Who had the pain in the stomach? Was he fed from a tube?
Yeah, feeding
Okay.
tube.
This man was really sick. And something about he should never have lasted the first stroke. He should never have lasted. You, on the other hand, you had a stroke as well, but you're going to last a lot longer than he did.
I needed that life insurance.
That's funny.
Maybe that name, think about it, you was just talking about on the way here, that you thought about naming Pee-wee with his middle name, but it didn't sound right.
But that's first name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you was on your way here talking about,
Dad
You
didn't
don't
have a
know.
middle name. But I was gonna name my son with Dad's first name, but I said it just didn't sound right.
Okay. Because he keeps talking this, he keeps telling me this.
I wanted to name my
You
son
wanted-
after him, but the
You
name
did.
just didn't go with what the other name was.
Right. But he at least thanks you for thinking about him. Something about, did he have like lesions or something in his, did somebody have lesions of something or other around here? Something about lesions is what I'm seeing. Did you have someone who has lesions? I don't know what the hell lesions are, but lesions, I don't know what that means. Lesions, what the hell is a lesion?
Time Uncle Marvin did, his belly was split open.
I'm sorry?
So time Uncle Marvin did, it was
Say
like,
it again?
I felt my Uncle Marvin did. His
Dead?
belly was busted open because he was dead for days.
What'd you say?
His Uncle Marvin was dead for days, and his belly was
Split open.
split open.
Oh,
My father.
I'm sorry, you have a southern accent.
yeah, he has a deep
It's
voice.
a nice, what?
He has a very deep voice.
Yeah, deep voice
And they say I have a southern accent.
feels like a southern accent. And I'm sorry, but I couldn't understand you. Ah, lesions. There you go. You're really good. You're a really, I'm hearing that you're a really good person. You're really hardworking, and you're going to be a really good dad. Not that that you really want it to be, but right now, that's what I'm hearing, not that you really want it to be. But things happen, and not to worry, because this, you're going to be just fine. Don't worry about this. Nobody has I'm hearing this from a man tell you that none of this, nobody has a book of how to do things. And so you just love them and treat them with respect. And you're gonna be just fine. You play, and now you're gonna be paying. But he says it's all in the right time and order. It's in God's right time and order. And this child was waiting for you two to get together. Didn't know it was gonna come this soon, but they were fine with what you wanted. You work with you work with your hands?
Hmm?
This uncle that had this, was he by himself when somebody found?
Hmm?
Did somebody was there an animal or anything that tried to infect her?
What?
An animal? But there's something with they have two people with him? They have two people living with him? Is that two?
He lives on a property 2 people lived on.
He lives on a property
Yeah.
That 2 people lived on.
two people lived on, okay. Somebody found him, is that correct? Did somebody find him?
I did.
You did.
Yeah.
Did you find his stomach opened?
Hmm?
He's showing me two things. He's showing me two scenarios, and I'm asking him, I can't just say this, but you need to give me more specifics here. And there's something, he had been dead before you got there, is that correct?
Hmm?
So he had been dead a while.
Hmm?
So it was also metamorphosis that sets in with him. I hate to say this, but I've got to say this. I don't know how to say this. Were there animals in the house
A dog.
when he passes?
Hmm?
It's a wonder you didn't get this, whatever he had. It's a wonder you didn't get this. And it's something about, you knew that he was gone. You still called the ambulance, or the 911 or whatever.
Mhm.
But he'd been gone, long time. It feels like you just almost like went over there just to check on him.
Mhm.
Cause like nobody had seen him, or nobody had talked to him. I'm not great on names, so I'm gonna give you like L's. L, something about L. Not good on names. Is your name L? What's your name?
Tyler.
That's a big difference. There's something about there's not just something about just something about him almost feels like he had a heart attack, but he had something going on here, something with here. Did somebody try to attack him? Did an animal try to attack him? And this is why his stomach was wide open? No. He's showing me like all of this stuff, and to me it's very gross.
It was. Very gross.
Very gross. And what a way to die, he says. What a way to die. Like you can believe it. The little kinds of ants or something coming out of him. Did you see any of that? Cause he had been dead a while.
Mhm.
Did they tell you how much?
Yeah.
For about a week, 4 weeks. Something about 4.
Yeah.
About 4.
3 or 4 days. Yeah.
He said that he's fine. When he went this way, his body was here. And were you supposed to go and see him or meet with him or something?
Yeah.
Pardon me?
Yeah.
Yes. Were you late in being there? You weren't supposed to be there. You were supposed to be there earlier?
Well, he called me and I didn't answer.
You said that again?
He called me and I didn't answer.
Didn't answer. But were you supposed to be there? Say you were there on a Tuesday, you saw him on a Tuesday. You were supposed to be there, say, on Sunday.
No, he called me on Tuesday.
And you didn't call him back. Has he come to you in sleep? No? Do you remember your sleep? Your dreams?
Mhm.
someone like a dad to you? Not a dad, but like a dad?
Mhm.
It's like, he's like, he's over here and he's like, you know, like a son. He's like calling you a son, like a son, like a son. You catered to him, you did everything for him. And he did everything for you. And he just wants to thank you. He's sorry that you came in and you saw this. He's really sorry because those kind of things he's telling me, well, you know, it's in your memory. And he's sorry that that's the last thing you saw of him. Are you having twins?
Hope not.
One time behind the other.
We'll get it over with, you know.
Or triplets.
Twins would be awesome.
Triplets.
Twins run rampant in our family. I was supposed to be the one to have twins.
There's 12 sets in our family, so.
We got a bunch of them.
Oh, boy.
So she could have, but no.
One maybe.
Matter of fact, when she went for her first ultrasound, he said, well, I only see one. She's like, God.
You better be way out here like this.
When my cousin had a baby, there was only one. And when they were getting ready to close her up, here come another one.
She's getting scared.
Actually, that'd be crazy if you didn't know he's gonna have
I
twins.
think he's having twins. Nick's having triplets.
He wants you to know, like, he's really happy. He's happy for you. He's going like this. Like, he just really wants you to know how much he loved you. He just really loved you. Do you have a dad?
Mhm.
And is he still here?
Mhm.
Okay, because he's like a dad. He's telling me he's like a dad. You never expected what you saw. You said you never expected what you saw. He's just sorry. He's just sorry you had to deal with that. Is he related to your mom? Is to your daddy? Yeah, okay. Were they brothers? Mom, is dad not feeling great?
My dad,
Yes.
as far as I know, he feels fine.
Pardon me?
As far as I know, he feels fine.
Is there another brother?
Yeah.
Do you know if one of them, the brothers, are not feeling fine?
Well, the other one's dead too.
They're all dead?
Mhm.
Okay. Well, that kind of says that a lot. So he's the only one that's left?
Yep.
Okay. Was there a murder?
No.
There murder?
Well, yeah, I mean,
Yes or no?
yeah.
With one of the brothers?
Yeah.
Almost feels almost like your dad is like, he's too much in his head. He's too much, he thinks too much, or he's in his head way too much. He needs to get out of his head. He needs to have more fun in life. Number 7, how do you connect with the number 7? Was your uncle born or died in June, July, or 7th of a month?
My grandpa's birthday,
Grandma's birthday?
grandpa,
Grandpa's, okay. Okay, was there like, seven children? Was there 7 children? In your father's family?
him.
Tyler's junk.
No,
Then it must be through your grandfather's birthday. I keep hearing 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. Is there this murder that was involved? Something about did they not catch the person?
no,
They did not.
no. I did.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
You caught the murder?
Mhm.
And what did you do with him? Shot him? You're not telling
He
me.
says I can't tell.
It wasn't nice.
He pleads the fifth.
But he was never brought to justice.
Your justice.
Your justice, but there, no. He says, even though you did what you did, when it's his time to come over, he's not going to be in the same situation. Like, there's no anger, and there's nothing like beating somebody, beating the pulp out of them. But there's all about concern, love and forgiveness over there. And then they explain in a way that over there what they go through when they go through things. There's like an old they have like I don't know if you probably never have seen this, but there's a thing that when we go over there, we get to see the things that we did right in life. It's called a life review, and we see that every one of us have to do this. And we see the things that we did right in life, and then we see the things that we could have done better in life. And the things that we could have done better in life here are dealt with there. But it's all done over there in love and forgiveness. Only love and forgiveness. There's your families had a rough life. I feel like your families all had a rough life, but you're good people. You're like really, this is what I'm hearing. You're all really good people.
When he's asked me about the L,
Yes.
it's my dad's other brother, Lester. My bad.
You had to think of it?
Yeah, I
You
never
have
met
to
him.
think about it.
Oh, you never met him. That's where the L came in.
See, this is how it all happens, you know. It comes to you.
We look exactly alike. I seen pictures of him. I was like, "When did I take that picture, Grandma? That's not you." Yeah.
There's the twins.
You've had really, your family is like, they're all here and they're just all wanting you, like, to know that they have your back. They have your back and they just want you to know that. Like, you never have to worry. You ever, I know that this is gonna sound very silly, but do you ever talk to your uncle? The one that you found?
Down that hallway to the right.
Like, I keep talking to him, and if there's something like that you need to know, and are you okay?
Yeah.
So, as for example, you wanting to find a certain thing of his and you haven't been able to find it. Always follow it when you say Uncle, whatever his name is, and I can't find certain thing, and I need it now, please. Always when you want something of them, I even say it to God. I need it now, please. And it comes quickly. Because over there's no time. It's eons of time. And you may wait a hell of a long time for an answer to come. But I find that when I say, I need it now, please, and it comes, just always say thank you. That's like, you're lucky. Am I hearing you're lucky? Is that right? You're lucky?
He's like, lucky you found me.
He's like,
Do you have scratch offs or do you do anything with, cause I'm hearing you're lucky, And it's like you always take chances?
Yeah.
We're putting you on the spot, they're telling me. He said, they're telling me, we're putting him on the spot, he doesn't like to be on the spotlight. They want you to understand this, they want you to understand the way this all works. And, did you, when you were a child, do you remember having an imaginary friend? No? Did you ever see spirit or spirit people that were around but nobody else saw them?
Mhm.
Yeah, okay. Yes, you said?
Mhm.
Yeah, okay. Do you still see them? No? You have a gift. You have a gift like me. But you're kind of like, almost like it's not a manly thing. But it's kind of like you coming here, and it was more or less an eye-opener for you. But you can do this. And all you have to, you know, always just ask God, you know, to help you along. And your uncles and stuff that are over there, they'll help you along too. Is your mom here?
Mhm.
Do you have a grandmother on the other side?
No.
They're both here?
Mhm.
I have a mother on the other side. That she's around you a lot. Maybe I don't know who it is, it's a woman, she just helped me. She watches out for you. You, they tell you that if you want to do this, you can, and just ask them for help. You can have more, and have more. You were going to. Did you have a miscarriage before? Did your mom have, ma'am, did you have a miscarriage?
My first one.
Okay. This husband that, were there 3 husbands?
Yeah, before him.
Yeah. You're supposed to. Like, did 2 of them die?
Yep.
I feel like there's 2 on the other side.
Yep.
Has your mom passed?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, that's the one that is coming out for you, she's, I don't know, was she told this stuff?
Yeah, she believed in it.
She's coming after you.
She had tickets to go see the Long Island Medium before she died, but she didn't get to go.
Oh, but she now sees her. Yeah. You miss her a lot. Sucks when your mom goes. I don't know about the dad, but when my mom died, it was worse. Were you there when she passes?
Oh yeah, I was there. I was at the hospital when she died.
Were you right next to her when she died? She had issues with breathing as well? There's some, did you lose a sibling?
No.
No, you didn't lose a sibling. You lost a sibling. You lost a daughter. Oh, I'm so sorry. It's like this. just to tell you, everything's fine. Everything's fine. She's going like this, she's going like this. She was like, was she into music?
No, she listened to music a lot.
There's something about she having issues? Did she have a disease, or was there something like, something, brain issues or something, or
Mental problems.
mental problems? Okay. Did she have, has she been gone a while?
2 years.
I'm sorry. Did something happen to do with drugs of any kind? She's here to tell you, like, you told her, you tell her so many times not to do this, not to do this. And every time she did it. And like one of these, I'm so sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
I cannot imagine what you're going through. Cannot imagine this whatsoever. But this is one of the reasons why I do this work, is to help you find closure. To help you find closure. Because when they just go like this, you did everything for her. You even did tough love. Nothing worked. She said she was fine, and then she wasn't. And then she just kind of went downhill. She's up there with her dad. Look for things like, did your mom just died recently?
2 years ago, right after my daughter.
Oh my God. That's terrible. That's the worst. I'm so sorry. Issues. Did your mom have something going on with her throat? Because my throat is right now very sore. I got very sore throat.
She couldn't breathe right before she died.
Pardon me?
She couldn't breathe right before she died.
Okay. Your daughter wants you to know that this is like she's telling me to tell you she's sorry. You were right. I thought I was right. You both bucked heads constantly. And you didn't want her to die. That was the whole thing. If you die, you said, that's it. Then there's nothing more that we could do together. And you're gonna be gone. She tried. She said she did try. But she's like, she says, the minute you get into that, it just, eats away at your body, and you just want to, that's all you think about, she says. That's the only thing you think about is getting more. And yet, we parents and dads and siblings, neither one of you, it's just very hard. And now with a baby coming, you just better make sure that, are you naming her? Naming her? So she told me you're naming her. You're naming
After
her.
her.
She's telling me you're naming her. Not a first name, she say. Not a first name because
No.
she doesn't want mom to be upset. Doesn't want both of you to be upset. She's like really sorry. Didn't I keep saying two with you? Didn't I keep saying two?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, something about two. Did you know what two was?
Two names. I split her name into two.
Pardon me?
I split her name into two.
Okay. What are you talking about?
Like Kaylin's name was Kaylin, and we didn't want to use that as a first name. And she used Kaylin as two middle names, Kaylin.
Oh, Taylin. Got it. Okay. So that must have been what your daughter's name was,
Kaylin.
Taylin. But she's telling me to tell you not to use it as a first name. Because your mom is going to be it's going to hurt her. That's what she wants. She doesn't want, she's hurt enough, and you are too, but constantly repeating that, your sister's telling this, not me. I'm not in this at all. I'm just a messenger. But mom's gonna be upset. So to choose a different name, she's telling you, and use the Taylor as a middle name.
Yeah, that's what she
But I'm
did.
not telling, she's telling you, not me. Because mom is gonna be the most upset after it'll like eat away at her, and she's not gonna want it. It's something about like you good mom, you good mom. You never thought you were really that great a mom, she says, but you were. And even your mom says you're a good mom. You're very, like, did you buck heads with her a lot? Yeah. Your mother's talking about you. She's like a lot like you are, a lot like your dad. Are you like your dad in bucking heads?
Yeah.
She's like your mom. Your mom is telling me that you have your, you have her, you have, I thought that was hair. That's what I was looking at. You're like, what? It was like a head of hair. That's what I was seeing. So, mom is saying you have the better, you have her softness, but you have your dad's bucking heads.
Yep.
Stubbornness, yeah. And that makes for a good thing, she says, a really good thing, because even though your daughter didn't do the things that you wanted her to do, she's in a really good place. They're all up there. They're really all up there. Your daughter's not alone. She was before you, did you find her?
No,
'Cause wasn't there a female that found her?
no, I don't think so. Unless it was the next door neighbor where she was at.
And your daughter tells me that, that you're like, she was like a free bird. She did when she wanted, how she wanted. She did whatever she wanted to do. And she didn't
She didn't
She
give a
didn't
shit
give a
what
damn
anybody think.
what you or anybody else on the earth plane wanted. I'm sorry, what did you say?
She didn't give a shit what anybody thought.
That's right. She didn't give a shit. Free bird. This is like, it's a terrible thing. And there was also people that came in for her too. For her funeral. Does that make, was she cremated?
Yep.
Yes, cause she tells me cremated, and she was fine with that. She wants you to know how deep, how sorry she is. Because now, on the other side, it's all clear to her. And she didn't care what anybody said, not anybody. And she ruined her life. She says, I gave up my life for drugs. For what? I could still be down there. I could still be down there doing all this stuff. But I want you to know that I could not give that up. No matter how much I tried, I could not give that up. And she's sorry. She's sorry that like she's hurt both of you. She's sorry. She doesn't know what else to say to you. Were you in the picture?
No.
You were not living with her?
No.
So you must be a newbie.
I've known her for 20 years.
20 years?
Yeah, we've known each other that long. And my daughter's known him that long, but he was never in the picture till a year and a half ago.
I coached her boy.
Our kids went to school together.
I coached her boy in baseball.
Wow. So when did you have this stroke, you said?
2014.
Oh. Well, you're doing great.
December 4th.
December 4th? Wow. Next year is 7 years. So you waited 20 years. And then you marry her.
No, we weren't together. We weren't together then.
Well, you
We
weren't
knew each
together.
other.
Yeah, we knew each other, but we weren't together.
No.
We didn't get together till after my husband passed.
and then you just kinda slipped right in.
I talked to the son first, Brandon, then I text her.
You talked to son?
You talked to my son.
Yeah, to get permission.
No,
No?
I didn't have permission. Brandon, I coached, we've already called him Cupcake. He played ball for me.
He messaged my son and a couple days later messaged me.
And then took off from there.
You grieving, you're still grieving. So these are the things that I want you, to look out for. Okay, look for, lights flickering or bulbs burning out. This goes for any of you. Big hearts. So you might find heart-shaped rocks. Look for heart-shaped leaves. Look for heart-shaped anything. You might see a redbird coming.
We seen one
Not just-
today.
Two,
What did
Yeah,
you
we
put?
seen two today on the road
driving down
here.
the interstate, they were right in the road, and then they flew off, and I said, "Ah, there's angels."
Awesome.
I'll see them in the backyard all the time, and I'm like, hi.
When I go walking with Oscar, it's I see a lot of like birds, red birds. They're not cardinals, they're just red birds. And then I find they have a yellow beak.
Oh, these are cardinals that come in my backyard, and I'm like, hi, I'm glad you came to visit.
But red birds are the same as cardinals. They're no, the red birds, I don't know what it is about red birds. Look for these things. Look for, do you ever feel like you're being hugged? Or do you feel like somebody's
A
behind you?
couple times.
That's not your, do you have that too?
I feel that. I feel like somebody's watching me.
You feel like somebody's watching you. Has your mom passed?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mom's right here.
That's a big,
That's it,
a
right here.
big thing for me.
Huge, right here. You have a picture of her? She's telling me you show me her picture.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like, okay, later.
Okay.
I'm telling her later. You're recording.
That sounds like her. She's bossy.
Yeah, bossy. I'm telling her though later because the recording's gonna go crazy. So very she wants you to know, like, she's around you all the time. She wants you to know that she's in the car with you. Your sister wants you to know that when you hear her favorite song comes on, that like that's her that's letting you know that she's around you. Was she in charge of? Was she a religious person or a church kind of person?
No.
No,
Because she's showing me, was she like, and the only reason why I said church person is because like did she always have like people in your home?
She owned a business
What?
for elderly,
She owned what?
like a
Boarding.
boarding home to take care of people.
Okay.
And there was people there constantly.
Yeah, because like in and out, I'm seeing in and out.
Yeah, there was visitors also.
Visitors.
Yes.
It's like a nursing home or something?
yeah,
A small
Okay.
nurse.
Oh,
She had
okay.
like 13 people
yeah.
living there.
Okay. She's showing me cards. Were they playing cards?
They
Showing
would
me
sit at
cards.
and played solitaire all the time.
We played, we
And we
also,
would play rummy and, yeah,
Yes. She's showing me
we
cards.
played cards that, when we first moved down spades.
we played spades at the table, yeah, cards all the time.
Yes. But she played with you guys
And
too.
Dad,
And Dad,
And
me and
Dad,
me and Mom's was partners, her and Dad was partners.
yeah. Right.
yeah,
Cause you and her were two, and you and your mom and your dad were, yeah. Mhm. Like, very, like, tight-knit family. That makes sense? Very tight. Does that make sense?
yeah, and, well, until they got divorced.
Okay, when you were playing these cards, very tight.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Like, your dad didn't have really a say in this marriage, cause your mom was like,
She wouldn't pay us.
She-
One half,
like-
really.
oh my God, and she says to me, I didn't mean to be that bossy, but sometimes they just don't listen. And when they don't listen, how else am I going to get across what I need to get across? So it's like I almost feel like he filed for divorce.
He did.
He did.
He filed for divorce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that really, it kind of brought her down because really, it was hard for her not being married and being alone. And did she had this nursing home on her own?
Nope. My
They were
dad,
together.
my dad.
Or
No,
together?
they had it on their own. And then when they
Yeah,
divorced,
when they got divorced,
my mom had it,
yeah. And then Dad bought it off
and then
her.
Dad bought it off her.
I see. Cause when she was in it, she said she was in it.
Yeah,
There was no
right.
mail was there. But maybe, I don't know when it was that the dad bought it from the mom. Was when she got sick or something?
I don't even remember, but Dad bought it off of her. That's been so long ago.
Okay, there's something there, okay? Like she had it for a while and then they both had it, then.
Mom and
he-
Dad bought it together.
Yes, and then he left and she was doing it by himself and then he brought it from her.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Because she's like very bossy and she's telling me how she made it hers. She made it better than when the two of them were together. And she made it so, okay, I want to say like it was her, it was, I don't want to be disrespectful here. Hell yes, she goes, you can be as disrespectful as you want. Okay, but like when they had it together, it was very nice. But then when he left and, or got divorced or whatever, then it made it like it was hers. And she put this final touch on it. And then when he took over, he just followed with that. But she went out of it, is that correct? That's what she's showing me.
The hell, yeah.
Did you give you or your mom, you give your mother permission to go at the end? Did you tell her it was
I did
okay to
too.
go?
I whispered in her ear it was okay to go.
Alright,
I did too.
because like she heard that, she wants both you to know that, she just wanted both of you to know that she was aware of what you said. Like, she's been waiting here a long time, she says today. She's been waiting a long time. She's been, you know, she's very funny. I'm sorry, I really didn't mean to be as bossy as I was. I really was very bossy, and I'm so sorry. Cause really, that's not how I wanna be, but sometimes I just couldn't get my message across, and so I had to be like that.
She was bossy to everybody.
To everybody, yeah, cause she couldn't get her message across.
She thought she was ruler.
I guess
She's
that's
what?
where I took
She
that
thought she was ruler. When
She must
Mom-
be bossy to God too.
when Mom said something, Dad
Dad did it.
did it. No, if it, but better. When Mom told, do my ass up, you do my ass up.
I guess that's who I take it. His mom.
Mom was
The in charge.
big time.
Yeah.
Mom, that's been married
28 years.
20 years.
That's a long
Then when
time.
before she got out of school, they set us down all friends, talked,
He just couldn't take anymore. He just tired.
Yeah.
well,
And he met someone. Did you know that he met someone?
she was the last one to graduate.
Yeah.
She waited, then waited till her, she got out of school, graduated.
I was 20-something years old when they divorced. I had Pee Wee.
No, but they said, they was talking about it.
Your dad met someone after they divorced?
After Mom did it.
Katie,
Oh.
well, Brenda,
But
Mom met somebody else too.
she just didn't think that knew about it.
Yeah.
So she was bossy,
Mom.
but she was sneaky.
Yeah, really, big time.
But she regretted it until the day she died.
Yeah.
She told me that. And she said that Dad was the only man that she'd ever loved.
She's got his last name, don't she?
I don't know,
On
that's
her,
all too.
on
On
her
the
headstone.
headstone.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, we do things. But didn't he meet someone before she did?
No, she more or less messed around on Dad.
She went out on him,
Yes.
and that's why he got divorced.
Yes. He put up with it for a year.
Pardon me?
He put up with it for over a year.
Dad then never did go out with no, was married at all, with no woman.
And he told me, he said, I can't do it anymore.
Man, he was a saint.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who had the brain, you said? Did your mom?
My dad had
Your
a
dad,
stroke.
okay.
Yeah.
He's giving me a terrible headache. Like I had before, but I didn't know which one it was. We're fine. We've made amends. They want you to know they've made amends. Oh, there. He's forgiven her. And that's the big thing over there. Because like what she did down here, wasn't like, she knows it, you all know it, I know it. You just, but they've forgiven over there. Because all there is over there is love and forgiveness. And, she just hopes that the both of you can forgive her. That you can both forgive her. Because if he forgives her, then you should.
I forgave her a long time ago.
Have you forgiven her?
Long time ago.
They were divorced for almost 25 years.
You've been divorced?
They were
Oh,
for
they
almost
were.
25 years before they passed away. So, they forgave each other. Dad was at the nursing home with Mom when she passed away, right there by her bedside.
He was by your bedside?
Mhm.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You know, at the end, you just,
He was right there with us,
With all three of us.
with all three of his kids when she passed away.
they may be fine here, but there, that's the thing. And it
That's the
seems
first
how
thing
they,
I said after my dad passed away. My mom and daddy's back together again.
yeah. Because, like, when we are down here, like I said before, all of us are souls having a human experience. When we're in heaven, we're souls having a soul experience. And you want me to? Okay. So, your mom and your daughter wants me to tell you this story. So, okay, so when we are in heaven, we are souls, and we decide to come to Earth School. That's what we call down here, it's Earth School. When we're down on Earth School, everything in life goes quick, quick, quick. In heaven, it's eons of time before something gets done. When my dad died in 1962 or 63, it took him like 50-some years to come through to make me understand how truly sorry he was. And it's the first time I'd ever hear from him in all these years. And it takes a long time because they have to go through a lot. But it's all in love and forgiveness. There's no fighting, there's no beating anybody to a pulp, there's none of that. It's just loving and forgiving. And they make you aware of certain things. So when you decide, okay, I want to go down to the Earth School, and you are given these, they're called elders up there. I call them, for lack of a better thing, I call them counselors. And they come with you up there, and they say to you, like, what do you want to do? Do you want to be male or female? What's the color of your skin? You choose your parents. You choose your siblings. You choose your spouses, your children. You choose your long and short-term friends. You choose how and when you're going to die. And you decide what do you want to learn, the lessons that you want to learn when you come down to the Earth School. You get together with these elders, and you get together with numerologists, and all of you all of you got together up there and you all signed soul contracts with each other that you were gonna be the mom and she was gonna be your daughter, and just like the other daughter, and you were going to be the father of children. Are you married? Okay, it doesn't matter. But be married or not married, doesn't matter at all. And your children, that you were gonna have children together. And you all signed this. You all signed everything. Your parents were decided, everything. Your name, you chose your names. You chose the month, day, and year you were born. You chose the time of day you were born. You chose your first, middle, last name, and however many other names you had. You chose all of that up there. And the reason why you did that is that you're coming down here to learn lessons. This is the only reason we are down here, is strictly to learn lessons. Once our lesson is up, boom, we go. Suicide is not considered a bad thing. Only down here it's considered. Up there, it's another way to cross over. Drugs and stuff like that was their choice to do that. But when we all came down as children, little babies, we had no freaking recollection what the hell we signed up for. Unless we knew, like some of us knew we weren't going to go out, we were gonna come out with a bang, we're gonna go out with a bang. Some of us knew we're not gonna make it to 21. Some of us knew all of this. And most of us don't know a thing until we're on our deathbed. And some of us don't even get it until we cross over. And then we keep coming down. And you might be a mother and father in this lifetime. Next lifetime you might be husband and wife. Next time you might be brothers. Next time you might be sisters. Whatever. Because we keep coming down with the same groups of people to get it right. We're all been here before. All of us have been here many times. There's something called a past life regression. If you ever have an opportunity to do that, you can see who you were. It's the coolest ever. But it's like, they want me to tell you again, okay, I'll tell you again. You might see, there's something else they want me to tell you. That they want you to know that, like, you might be out and about, and you might see someone that looks like your daughter. Like, that is your daughter. Letting you know, hey mom, I'm doing good. I just want you to know that. They know when you're having a bad time down here, when you're depressed, whatever. It's here to make you happy. Morning birds, morning, not M-O-U-R-N-I-N-G, doves. Morning doves will be should be around both of you. You just know, like, sometimes they may sit in your car, and you may feel them in your car, like you think, or sometimes if you have a lead foot, they're going to lift your foot up because they don't want you to get a ticket or something.
Or you have road rage.
Road rage, oh yes.
Rick says you have road rage.
You have road rage. I know, it's the mild-mannered ones, right? My mom, she called me on my cell phone 5 times. Of course, I go up, hello, nobody's there. It's her number. I hadn't disconnected it or anything yet. And I was at my daughter's, I'm like, Mom, look, Yaya's calling. That's Yaya for Greek. She was like, oh my God, couldn't believe that. Or all of a sudden something shows up. Or my friend has a bird's, pecking at her front door. What the hell is a bird pecking at my front door for? They want to get your attention. That's what they're trying to get your attention so that you don't so that you don't miss the opportunity. Because to tell you the truth, hardly anybody gets dreams. You want dreams so bad that you cannot, you just want it so bad. Did you lose a child?
No, he's still here.
Did you lose a
Nope.
child?
I got all 4 back.
4. Wow, big family. Somebody, okay. Your daughter, I know that you're here, but something else. Did you lose a sibling? No. Did you lose a good friend that was like a brother? Or
Yeah.
did you have somebody commit suicide?
No.
Yeah,
Yes. Is this a male?
yep. My nephew,
No. Cousin.
my cousin.
It's a good friend of yours? Or a nephew? Or
Cousin.
did you say
Cousin.
nephew?
Cousin.
Pardon me?
Cousin.
Cousin. Like he didn't want to be here. Didn't want to be here. Had this been done, he tells me he did this once before, but he didn't succeed. And it's like I would have, it's like, he just wanted you to know that. Did he shoot himself?
Yep.
And he said to tell you that, that he's, he wants you to know, it's your cousin too. He's talking to you. If he wants you to know, why don't,
Only one,
give him some,
only one.
You may.
his eyes are, sorry. He's telling me to tell you that you couldn't understand what was wrong with her, what was wrong with him. And like you couldn't understand because you enjoyed life. And you didn't have what I had. And he says to tell you that now he's in a really great place. And that he's going to see you when it's your time. You're not going anytime soon, but he wants you to know that he's going to see you when you're gone. Did you feel, I don't know if you remember this, he says, but like he was with you, was this before your stroke?
Yeah, right before.
Yeah. He said he was with you for your stroke because.
It was,
Pardon me?
was
Yes,
with me.
yes. He was with you when you had your stroke.
No, she's saying he was with you, around you when you had your stroke.
I mean, he's really glad that you are where you are, but you're gonna get more better. Something that you're gonna get better, more better, more better. That doesn't sound right, but that's what he's telling me. That was I'm sure to his family and stuff, that was like down here, anybody who commits suicide's a big taboo. But over there, it's not because,
I'll blame myself for it.
I'm sorry,
I'll blame myself for it.
He blames himself for his cousin's suicide.
why?
Because I bought him, he said, I stopped by the apartment one day. Yes, because we were $20 to take his family, Burkine. I said, yep. He takes the kids to Burkine's and bought him some 22 shells. Guess that for 22. Here's my money. Bought shells for my money.
But he also asked Ricky to stay the night with him that night.
Yes.
And Ricky said, I can't, I gotta get up to go to work the next morning.
He did.
And Ricky didn't
Shut
stay
up.
all night with him.
So he blames himself.
Don't blame himself for his death. He would have done it anyway.
That's what I told him. I said, it don't matter if you would have been there or not. If you wanted to do it,
He's
gonna do
telling
it.
me to tell you it's not you. And you have no reason to blame yourself. If you didn't get it for him, he would have gotten it somewhere else. And he's sorry that even, had you do all this because he was here to tell you. He's asking you to forgive him. And he's asking you to forgive yourself. It's time that you learn to forgive yourself.
Never walk away. Usually I'm probably outside. Yeah.
Is he going outside?
Where's he going?
He's going by the door.
He better watch, you'll fall down them steps.
Don't go outside without us. We don't want you to fall.
I want to be standing on the ledge.
Oh. he's going right outside the door. He blames himself.
That was probably the biggest thing for him.
I had to go tell him the next morning.
I'm sorry.
I had to go tell him the next morning.
Oh my God.
4 o'clock in the morning. I got a call at 3. And I woke him up at 4. And he said he begged me to stay all night with him.
He said what?
He said he begged me to stay all night with him last night, and I told him I couldn't. He was only 23.
And that's followed him all these years.
Mm-hmm.
And he was hoping all week that Jason would come through.
He was hoping that Jason would come through.
Yeah.
He's
That's
even named
why-
his son after
That's why
his
he,
cousin that
he
shot
said
himself.
if Jason don't come through, then I'm not gonna believe any of this stuff.
If Jason doesn't come through,
I'm
Yeah,
not
his cousin
believing
that
nothing.
his cousin that committed
And
suicide.
that's
He
who
said if
just
he
came
doesn't
through.
come through, then I'm still gonna be skeptical.
thank you, Jason. I'm telling you, I can't make this stuff up, nor would I ever. But
You
Right.
still skeptical?
to
No, he
No.
ain't. She knew too much. That's what I said when Casey came here about Kaylin's death. I said she knew too much.
Well, I believe the part about my mama being bossy. I do.
I knew
But
too
there's
much
still
about what.
something in me that she hasn't said.
Oh,
maybe
when she
would say.
came a couple of
She
years
might.
ago, and she
You
found
came a
out.
couple of years ago?
Yeah, but right after we came to see the Long Island Medium, and she wore that jacket here, and you said, "Oh, I seen her last night too." And then you talked about her sister dying, that she didn't get hung, that she was dying on the floor of a drug overdose, and they hung her to cover it up.
I don't
And
remember
we
any
always
of
thought, that. Yep. And it was right after, it was in May when you came,
this. You were
Yeah.
here, how many
Yep.
years ago?
2 years ago.
I came in June.
You came by
Yeah,
yourself?
because I waited out in the little red Kia Soul, and you came out and talked to me.
I
And
don't
you said,
remember
"Why
any
didn't
of
you
this.
come in?" And I said, "Because the same people I want to come through for me was gonna come through for her, so."
And now we're back.
Because we had lost her sister in January, my dad in February, my mom in May, and then she came in June, and then I lost my husband in September.
Oh my God.
And now she's stuck with that one.
I don't, but I didn't know any of this.
Yeah, she came to see you by herself. I went to the gas station, then came back and picked her up.
But when she started doing this, I knew exactly what she was talking about.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like,
Yeah, because
that's
she
what I
said,
said,
"I'm gonna
look
wear
for all this, you know?
And
She
then
said, "I'm gonna wear a hoodie or something to cover my belly so she won't know that I'm pregnant, and see if she brings it up."
And then when y'all were talking about strokes, I was going. And Ricky goes, I was trying to say, don't tell her about that. Because I was just waiting for Ricky to say, oh, our dad had a
Yeah,
stroke.
because after she came, everybody kept saying, "Oh, she could Facebook that. Oh, she could Google that." I said she only knew Casey's first name, didn't know anything else.
Didn't know who else was coming.
Right,
I didn't ask for any of your names.
right.
I don't wanna know them. It's not important for me to know that. It's
You
not
asked me
at
my
all,
name.
pardon me?
You asked me my name.
I did, now. Listen, not at the beginning though. Cause I
I
thought
knew he
that,
was
that
gonna
name
start
was
crying.
yours, I thought it was your
She
name.
asked for that after she found out she committed murder. I'm joking. I'm joking. Look at Tyler. Ooh, Tyler's like, oh, wait a minute. That's not my real name.
But we're still not done
I
yet.
knew he was gonna start crying when she mentioned Jason.
Mm-hmm.
I knew he was gonna start crying.
That's why.
That's what I did too. when
Because
I
it's
said,
been
hey,
20 years
names.
and he still blames himself.
Right. And,
I blame myself for stuff. You know what it is.
well, I don't know if you'll hear this on the thing. I'll try to, I'm telling, what's his name? Jason? Jason?
Jason.
The one that committed suicide
Yeah.
is Jason.
Jason.
Yeah, Jason. And, I'm asking Jason to, allow him to hear this. But I don't know if it's gonna, well, I don't know that it's going to. I don't know that he's going to hear it again, but, he has it on tape. Excuse me. He needs to know this was not his fault. Even though like he says, he pleaded with him to stay. I have to go to work. It's like he would have done this with somebody else. And that he's wanting him, he's here because he's wanting him to have, he's telling him that he forgives him, and he's telling,
Maybe that's Jason telling him to come back here.
yeah, and, are you coming in? Okay. He's sorry because he's dealt with this his whole life. And the one thing that I'm gonna tell you all about is whenever this reading is over, then, you should all feel lighter. And you should feel, things may change for you. And, you'll feel lighter, you may feel tired. I would tell you, to please drink plenty of water today. But, Jason wanted me to tell you that this was not your fault, that you weren't there. I know you were upset, he says, because you had to get up and go to work. Damn the job, he says. But I would have done this regardless. And he hopes that this time around, that now that you have heard from him, he's hoping that you'll let this go, that you'll be okay with this, and that you will forgive yourself because you did nothing wrong. All these years it's been on you. And you would be surprised that maybe the things that have gone wrong with your system since you were gone, since you were disabled, may get better. Because the minute you forgive yourself for certain things like this, you're gonna see a whole different you. whole different wonderful you. Because you need to, it's time. It's time that you forgive. Forgive, what's your first name?
Rick.
Rick. You need to forgive Rick. Because you've held on to this for a long time.
He was 21 when he shot himself.
21.
Must have been very depressed.
He's married.
He was
Was he
married.
married?
Yes.
I thought Bruce said he just had a girlfriend.
He was married. He lived with his daughter. He had her kid. She had a girl, little girl.
He had a daughter.
No more. Was his wife's.
Oh.
He loved that kid. The kid. She's about three years old. He fell in love with that dog. It's that dog. And one day, one word. Like I said, he borrowed $20 from me.
He's here to tell you you need to get rid of this. Forgive yourself because you did nothing wrong.
That's who's Jason that neck up.
I know.
My son Jason.
He named his son after the cousin.
Forward to that, when I found out this was my son,
He's another soft-spoken person.
Yeah. He named his son after the cousin that committed suicide.
I went to ask permission, cause his mom and dad first. I said, yeah. Like I said, long touring was. When I bought the little girl, Barking, went and bought 26 shows. That's using my money. And then on that night, he asked me to stay all night. It was late. Back at 1 o'clock. I drove south out there. I parked his apartment. Marigold. That's like a saw. And I said, no, Kate. Gotta work tomorrow, Jason. He said, you better me stay. That night he shot himself. I was saying, who knows? What could he be?
He said he saved the best for last here. Because you were sitting here listening to everybody.
I been in by myself over that because I didn't stand by with him.
You what?
I beat it myself.
You blame yourself?
Yeah.
I
Because I
didn't
didn't stand night with him.
He said no
That
more.
night at 2 o'clock in the morning, I get a phone call. Jason had shot himself. Love the Crack Reading Springs. He was rushed in Memphis ICU. Going through bounces around the brain. So his mom and dad had to make a choice. They put what? You don't understand. We was close. We're close.
More like brothers than cousins.
Yeah, there was Stephen and Jason. Right, Jason's oldest one. I just lay in bed, put them on my knees, went baby, I'm asleep.
You used to rock them to sleep,
You know, lay in bed
or laid in bed with them until they went to sleep.
and put them on my knees, rub his nose, and rest asleep. Him, Jason, and I seen both. So it was like about 32.
Now it's your turn to forgive. You need to forgive yourself because he says enough is enough. And you need to live life. You're on this earth to live life, and you're here to enjoy it. And now, hopefully, now that you've heard from him, you can now let that go. You can now let all this go. He wants you to please do it for him. Please let it go. He goes, because you need this. You need this. And he says, just promise me you'll think about it, about letting this go.
Don't think about it. That's all we can do. I can't promise you nothing.
He says the minute you let this go, that things will be so much better for you.
Like I said, I'll think about it.
Pardon me?
He said he's gonna think about it, he can't promise it.
Okay. You're not promising me, you're promising him, and he wants you just to let it go. And he's gonna help you to let this go. He's like a brother to you. Maybe a cousin, but
Can't promise you nothing.
you're the only one that's hurting. He's not hurting. You're the only one that is. And he wants you to not be hurting anymore. And so, since you've held on to this for so many years, and you know what it feels like, now start to let go and see how much further you'll be, how much freer you'll be. That's all you need to do is be free. And I'm here to help you with that, he says. He just wants you to be free. Your friend, your cousin, I don't know what he was like, but he's a beautiful soul now. He walks in God's light, so. It's up to you. You wanted something about your mom? You want something about your mom?
Yeah.
I don't know, I can do it, but we'll try, okay?
Okay.
Do you have a daughter? I mean, do you have a daughter?
No, I'm the only daughter.
You're the only daughter, okay. Favorite? Your favorite? Favorite?
Of course.
was my dad's favorite.
Your dad's favorite, okay.
I'm the middle kid.
Are you a favorite too?
He was the middle.
I'm the middle
Oh, you're
kid.
the middleman.
Mama Rob's favorite. Dad's her favorite. Yeah, I like being middle.
He always says his older brother was his mom's favorite and she was daddy's favorite.
Yeah. Daddy's girl, you know,
So that puts him in the middle.
Only girl and the baby.
and the baby. Oh,
Oh,
she could do nothing wrong.
yeah.
You know, my mother did. She had 2 daughters. I was, I'm 7 years older than my sister is. And my mother and my father, but really my mother, like, it was us. Just like this all the time. And she really took care of me. You know, she coddled me, she did everything, and we were just great friends. And then we had a oh good. She always had me with her for 7 years. And then my sister came along. And now this is not nice to say, but she didn't mean it. My mom was always a gentle person. And she says, I never knew Matina was ever around. You never heard a word out of her. But when Theodora came in, holy moly, the whole world shook. And, you know, she never said that in front of my sister, no. But, yeah, it was just, she was just she and I, and so of the 65 years that I had her, 50 years we lived together. I was there for everything, and my sister wasn't. And so she always called me, you're my perfect daughter. Used to call me the perfect daughter. And I was like, oh God, I'm not your perfect daughter, you know? I make mistakes and stuff. Well, you're my perfect daughter because you don't do anything wrong to me. So my girlfriend, when she passed, she made a big letter P and she framed it, and then she sent it to me. And when you leave, you'll see the big letter P. I'm the P daughter. Perfect daughter can do no wrong. Yeah, because nobody calls me P daughter anymore. I just. She give you a nickname?
Called me. When
Son of a
you-
bitch and everything else?
when you mad. I just never heard him.
I'm sorry, but I don't think. What was
Now
her
she
mom?
wants to be quiet.
Now she wants to be quiet, yeah. What is her name?
Frida.
Frida? Pretty name. I'm not seeing her. All of a sudden she's gone.
Yeah, she wanted to talk earlier.
She wanted to be
Were you supposed
bossy.
to bring another person?
Yeah, her husband.
Oh, he decided not to?
He's skeptical.
Like these two.
Yeah.
Have we made a believer out of you? Has Spirit made a believer out? Not me, but has Spirit. I don't care about me.
Do you believe?
I'm gonna tell you.
He'll tell you later.
He'll say somewhat.
Do you believe, Ricky?
Somewhat.
Somewhat. You were in tears over there, so yeah, he believes.
See, once you
She filled
start,
me out on Facebook and Googled your uncle.
When he said, oh, wait a minute, I know where the L comes from. He believed.
that's it.
Hey,
I'm a believer.
hey. Mom too.
Mom too, what?
They're at Cheshire.
Well, yeah, but she was talking to him about the L.
But she did say your one was
What's on
bossy.
your hand? Your arm, I mean. Demons?
Demon's out.
What is it? Demons?
Out.
Demons out. What is it? Okay, what does that mean? Oh, demons.
No,
Demons out.
no,
No?
no.
Demons.
Demon's out.
Oh, demons out. Oh, demons. Okay. What is this?
Skull in the book.
A what?
A skull in the book.
Oh,
The book's locked. Keep it
oh
secret.
there's the books.
Yeah, the book's locked. Keep it secret. And dead men don't reveal
Wow.
them. What it is.
And you have a teddy bear.
Yep.
You have tattoos also?
One, yeah.
I think tattoos are creative. Or very creative.
She'd really like me, wouldn't she?
But I could never get a tattoo. Number one, there's two reasons. I would never get a tattoo because I'm afraid of needles, deathly afraid of needles. And number two, like I'm always changing things. And if I got
That's
a tattoo and I'd want to change something, yeah, no, I can't do
My
that.
husband's tattooed from here, down his arms,
I got a tattoo.
on some on his legs, on his stomach.
What do you have?
I have nothing.
Nothing.
That's how made up though.
It's me.
He's got the sleeves.
Oh, is that,
Oh,
everything.
my kids are around.
That's a
Yeah.
He don't have
Chinese
none.
symbol for family.
family?
Yeah, with all
That's
my
That's
his
kids,
Japanese,
kids
I
right?
want two.
with all my kids.
One that-
Oh my God!
Angel wings. That
Wow.
has my mom's birthday up above, my dad's
That's-
birthday up
that's-
above, and there's
yeah.
yours
I'm
above.
scared of needles too.
That's all I want.
I gotta have them. I'm really scared of needles.
Yeah,
But this feel like a bad sunburn. What's going on?
it's that bad sunburn.
I'm scared of needles too.
You are too?
Yeah, but I got a bunch of tattoos.
Oh,
This will be my last tattoo. Let me tell you that.
what?
Yeah.
He said he was getting my name right here.
I said one of these days soon, didn't I?
Well, then it won't be your last.
Never, ever. And my daughter, never, ever. And this was a learned experience. Like my mother must have been scared, got me. Then I got scared, did it to my daughter, and my daughter did it to her daughter. Oh, yeah. Oh, God.
She looks sassy, don't she?
Oh, holy terror. Yeah,
Yeah,
great gal.
she's a sassy one.
Did you get a tattoo for your new baby?
I've had this one since my first My first grandson was born. Oh, before him.
You had him since you we
Yeah.
didn't even
See,
see
now, I like think to myself, why, like, why would you get it here where you can't enjoy it? Why wouldn't you get it here?
Well, I can see this one, and I wanted something that if I wore pants, I could cover it up. Like if I go to church or something, I can cover it up.
My girlfriend, she got, a moon and a sun and colorful, and she had it this way so when she crossed her leg or something, she could see it. Or people that get it on their back. Why?
I have
You
a big
can't
one
see
on my
them.
back that's a memorial for my cousin that raised me, and it's angel wings in his name, and it says always on my back, forever in my heart. And then I have angel wings on this side, an evil wing, and an angel wing for my daughter.
But you can't see them.
Yeah, I got one on my back. I always forget I have. Like,
My son's got one on his back, his last name. I'm like, why? In case if you forget your name.
Yeah.
I dated a guy that had one on his stomach, his last name, and his name was
Next guy.
Rulo. His last name was Rulo, but his brother's name was Schneider. And when the police came to my house, he kept saying his name was Bob Schneider, and they said, lift up your shirt. And when they saw the Rulo, they took him to jail.
Nick's got his initials on his belly, which it's stretched out Ruben. So.
Wow. You know, never.
Mm-mm. I will never get that many tattoos.
Mom said she
I just
never was
can't.
gonna get one, and then she was right before she died.
This room here has been like maybe 2 or 3 times. Yeah, no, nope. Can't do it. I've thought about it, but no, I just can't.
You know, I got to thinking about earlier when you were saying something about the face pain and the head pain
Mhm.
and a middle name and a grandson. My ex-father-in-law died from cancer, and it was on his face, on the side of his face, and my grandson has his middle name,
Which one?
Claxton.
I couldn't tell you because when the messages come out,
Right.
I don't even remember what I said to any of you. No idea.
I still
But
can't
she
get
will
over.
tell you. She will tell you that
I definitely remember.
that it just it's not meant for me. It's not meant for me. It's not. It's for your loved ones to come through to you. That's all this is about, and I'm just the messenger. And believe you me, you can do this like I can do this. It's not rocket science. You just need a lot of patience.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just
I
so
can't
you know,
believe you
you
came to me before. Wow. That is nice.
Yep, she
Thank
came to you right after we went to, was it the night after, the day after?
Mm-hmm.
We went to Teresa Caputo.
Mm-hmm.
And you said, I was there last night at the Fox Theater. And she wore that jacket here.
I don't
Yep.
know who I saw. Well, I haven't. You're the only people I've seen for quite a while. And I've even just taken down all my. I only do phone readings now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, until this is all over with.
Oh, the coronavirus stuff.
Yeah. I think it's all about power. That's what I think it's all about.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the bonus are proportion.
I'm sorry,
I think the bonus are out of proportion.
a portion?
He thinks they're blowing it out of
Yes,
proportion.
right.
I wish they would hurry
I'm
up and
sorry.
get some Charmin toilet paper.
I wish they'd hurry up and send me my check. They can blow it all out of proportion all they want.
That dog reminds me of a fat Riley.
What?
But Riley was a lot hyper than that
Oh
dog.
yeah, Riley wouldn't have sat there still like that.
He's like the best companion I could have ever asked for. Best.
I had
How
John
old is he?
Russell that would
8
not
years old.
sit still for anything.
This one sleeps a lot.
I wish my dog would. I've got a Dotson. A blue,
Oh, yeah.
a blue Dapple. Oh my goodness. Stubborn. Oh, stubborn. He
Shouldn't
reminds
give it away,
me
can she, Case?
when my husband's not home, but when my husband comes home, it's like, I'm like doing that because he can't hear a word I say. He did
Because the
last night
husband lets
though when
him
I
get away
swatted
with
that
stuff.
little butt with the fly swat. We were fixing to eat and he doesn't stay out of the crate when we eat because he sits there and stares at us. And I can't stand for a dog to stare at me while I'm eating. And I said, go get in your crate. And he usually goes right to his crate. And he sat there, or he kept running around towards Nick, and I said, go get in your crate. And he kept running around the table. And Nick says, go get in your crate, Lou. Well, he went started going towards the crate, and I went on that little butt. And he got in that crate. I locked it up, and I said, no treat for you. Nick said, you kind of swatted him a little bit hard, didn't you? I said, did you hear him yelp? He said, no. And I said, then I didn't swat him that hard. I said, he listens to me when you're not home, but as soon as you get home, he quits listening. I said, that right there should tell you, you let him get by with a lot more when you're home. And he knows he can get by with it. So,
They've all basically gone back. If there's somebody you'd like me to get in touch with, I'll see what I can do. But they were here for a long time.
James.
You have someone?
I have a cousin that raised me that
Okay. Female?
male.
Mom. Did he feel like, more like a brother, sister?
He was like my mom's brother. It was her first cousin, but he was like my mom's brother.
A mom's brother.
He was
And your
actually
mom,
her double first cousin.
like her and your mom raised you both? Or
Yeah,
just
my
him?
mom, yeah. My mom worked a lot.
Regrets. She regrets that. Shouldn't have gotten married as much as you did, she says. Should have got better married.
especially
Shouldn't have gotten married. Your cousin, like, he dies before your mom, is that correct? And was there some kind of a vehicle accident that he had gotten himself into before he died?
Mm-mm.
Is something about a vehicle? Somebody have a vehicle? People didn't die from a vehicle accident, but before they died, there was something about a vehicle accident. I think it's around you. But it's like between these two people in your life, they were really, he really gave you, like he really placed upon you something about giving you a lot of confidence in life. A lot of confidence. You didn't have it. You didn't have the confidence. And he was on you about it. And he was on you about hopes that you now have the confidence.
Somewhat.
He wants you to be well, and he wants you to be, are you diabetic?
Yep.
Are you type 2 diabetic?
Yep.
Do you like sweets? Or you got
I'm not really a,
bread and
yep, bread and
and
potatoes.
pasta and all that?
Yep. Yep, I'm not really a sweet eater.
He says you're sweet enough. Yeah. He felt like the one thing that he tried to do is to instill confidence in you.
A lot of lectures.
Yeah. And you kind of got tired of it. And you just like, all right, keep going, keep going. You're not doing this, but in your mind you were doing this.
Yep.
Like, oh my God,
Yep.
how many times does he want to lecture me?
Yep. And before he died, he wanted to tell my son something, but my son doesn't ever know what he wanted to tell him.
Take care. Take care of her.
And my mom, that's what my mom said, that he was telling,
Here, to take
he
care
was
of
trying
you.
to tell him to take care of your mom.
Mhm. That's what he just said. Take care of your mom. He still watches over you. You know what? There's something I'm going to tell you. He wants me to tell you this. So I'm going to tell it to you. This is not going to cost you anything. But his name, you go on the internet, it's called, do you know, are you computer savvy?
A little bit she is.
So, it'll be charliegoldsmith.com. He is a man about 40. Somehow or another, he has, since he was 17, has this amazing gift of healing. and I met him, I didn't meet him. I found out about him on TLC, and he was called The Healer. You can go on the YouTube and find The Healer. He doesn't do anything, he just kind of has his eyes fluttering, and he doesn't necessarily need to touch you in any way, but he heals people of every single kind of problem. And now, not now, but at the Columbia Presbyterian Hospital at the Lutheran Center, they have him going there and helping people. But anyway, besides all that, he had a program that he, not this January, the January before, and he was gonna do it for 30 days. Wound up, he's still doing it. And he's offering it to people for free, because he wants to help people with their illness. I had a lot of problems, like my eyes were like peeling and was dripping, and my ears had like eczema or something in there. It was a mess. And I went to a doctor for 2 years, and they couldn't figure out what the hell was wrong with me. And then I did what he did, and I have his, I'll send you, give me your email. I think it is email address. No, I think I have your email. I don't remember, but anyway, these recipes, you have to be really good on it. And like pastas and stuff like that, can't have regular pasta. You can make, those, I'll give you the recipes, send you all the recipes. And he has a Facebook page, and he's been doing it for free, and he's also giving you healings free. And the one thing I don't like about him, but he can't really do anything, but he likes to talk a lot. But that's okay. And he's all over the world, all over the world. He does this online, and he doesn't take any money for this whatsoever. And I lost 60 pounds. My eyes have stopped, and my ears have stopped.
I was fixing to ask you if you lost weight, because when she saw you, you seemed a lot heavier than you are now.
Yep.
Didn't she? She seemed a lot heavier.
60 pounds I've lost.
From that diet?
Mm-hmm. Because he shows you how to eat. Now, it's not going to be your regular pasta. You can get like the I don't know if you have it down there.
No, I buy some wheat pasta and I like it.
No wheat.
No wheat.
Mm-mm. And you have to check everything. Anyway, the recipes he gives is really wonderful. And he's like, I have no more problems. None. CharlieGoldsmith.com. Go on his email and say you want to be a part of it, and then have your mom, he's going to send you an email and tell you about it. And if you guys want to go on it too, you can do it too. And you can even on there probably have access to the website. Not the website.
Like
This
a
is what
blog,
happens.
kinda.
My speech tends to get. You might get his recipes from there. And he also has, like, so many things. And everybody that has had it no longer has diabetes. You gotta be careful with the, you have to be careful with what you eat. That's the whole thing.
That is weird because when she answered the door, I thought, she's lost a lot of weight. But I didn't want to say that because I didn't want
You're right, 60 pounds. But I like sweets.
oh, I'm not a sweet person.
Yeah,
He
you're
is.
you're
He
like
likes sweets, but
you're
not-
like Oprah. You like the salty,
Yep,
all that kind of stuff, and I like the sweet.
butter
I
and
have to
potatoes.
crave them.
Pardon me?
I have to go through the cravings of sweets.
Yep.
But I'm a salt I am a
What
salt
time
freak.
we got?
Like everything.
We'll see that in about 9
Probably
minutes.
even more so now that you're pregnant.
325.
At first I couldn't eat.
What time is it?
325.
Wow,
Time flies when you're having fun.
it does. So nice. I'm sorry I couldn't get that.
That's fine.
You told her her mom was bossy.
Uh,
I said she told you your mom was bossy.
that's true too. She was definitely
Very.
bossy. Very bossy.
You ain't take shit from nobody.
No, I never went and seen her that much before she died, and I felt guilty about it. So,
You know what? They don't think that way.
everybody's told me
You
that.
all, we all around here think that way.
But,
But she loves you unconditionally.
she thought about herself when she said, show her my picture.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's because I always say if they were pushy in life, that's how they're gonna be in death. And if they were nice and quiet in life,
That's what you told her too, because my stepdad would always sit in the corner and play solitaire, and you said a grandpa comes through for you, and he said that he had to die before your mom told your grandma to welcome her, but he was real quiet. And I said, yeah. I told Casey because he sat in the corner and played solitaire. That's all I did.
See, Dad was quiet.
Yeah.
Unless somebody got him to talking. But him, big smile, constantly, ear to ear. I mean, big smile.
Hey, no. Even that, it's still hot-head.
Huh?
He's so hot-head.
Yeah, unless you made him mad. But big smile across his face all the time. I think that's who Silas is gonna take after, because Silas is always smiling. My grandson smiles from ear to ear. And my other
And he's got that
grandson,
light colored hair
and
too.
my other grandson calls him white-haired pawpaw. He'll say, I miss white-haired pawpaw. My
One
dad
man,
had solid white hair.
one man you didn't want to mess with was my dad. At all.
Yeah, I've heard some stories.
I have to.
now I will tell you, when you have this beautiful baby, when that child, like when it's looking around in the crib and whatnot, and it's like your grandparents and stuff and friends are all going to be all around them, and so when you see her cooing and laughing, like it's not laughing at the mobile or whatever, it's laughing. They're making her laugh.
I was like,
They're
forget
all
this.
making her laugh. And then when she gets to be about 3, when I guess, or maybe 2, I don't know when, but when they start talking, from the moment she starts talking to 5 and a half, in that period of time, you can sit her down and just say, when you were big, who were you? She may say, I don't know, I'm not supposed to talk about it, or she'll tell you. She can tell you anything. Or sometimes I've had many clients say this, my little son just didn't want to take a bath. And he said that when he was big, he used to, he drowned, and that's how he died. So he didn't want to take a bath because he thought he might drown. So the mother said to him, no, not when you're in my life. That was back whenever, but you'll never have to, worry about drowning. And he says, promise, and she says, I promise. And then after that, he was able to take a bath. But just say, who were you when you were big? Ask him the name. Ask when did he die? Ask anything you want, and then go on the internet and figure it out.
I'm gonna do that with Axel.
But the time they get to about 5 and a half, society then takes over, you see, and they get all kinds of stuff going on in their heads, and then spirit goes away.
Yeah.
Remember when Axel was little and he said that Pawpaw was over and Bill died and he didn't understand it? And Mom was still living and he said, Mom, Gigi, Pawpaw, he said, your friend is over in the corner, and he said, don't be scared anymore.
Yeah. He says that man.
That man in the corner said, don't be scared anymore.
He didn't
Because
know
she
who
was
he
scared of dying, and her husband had just died. And he
Whose
said,
husband?
my mom's husband had just died in February,
Oh.
and then my grandson said, that man in the corner said, don't worry anymore. He
Oh.
said, don't be scared. And then my mom died like a month later.
Well, I thank you all for coming. I hope you enjoyed it. Let go of things that are no longer in your life, because you need to let it go and enjoy life, especially with you. I'm gonna ask you to leave a Google review. Do you know how to do that? Okay. Do you have Google on your Gmail?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you do that, I would appreciate it. It's not about me, it's about having people find me. That's all I'm doing this for. And I really thank you all for coming.
You're welcome.
Well, thank you.
Oh, do you hear me pop?
Yeah. I still can't get over the